I'm joined by professional mixed martial artist Will Fleury.
Right.
Will, we're almost on fight week. How are you feeling ahead of your BAMMA debut?
I've started to get a bit excited now the last few days. Yeah.
Cool. On the face of it, I suppose your career it seems to be going perfectly. You're a decorated amateur, 7-0. You're 1-0 as a professional. But as we know, it's a bit more complicated with that in terms of pullouts. Talk to me about how frustrating that's been.
Yeah, I suppose I've gone over this in my last interview a bit, but obviously it's frustrating. Obviously, you're kind of a little bit disheartened every time something like that happens. But at the end of the day, nothing bad has happened either. It's just been non-events, and it's constant non-events. So I suppose you just focus on what can happen in future, and rather than crying over fucking what's not going to happen. So I think I'm trying to kind of put everything out of just be like, look, that was all bad, that was all a bit of a balls, but it doesn't really affect you unless you let it, and you have the ability to make your own future regardless. So just plow on with that.
Have you had any conversations with anyone in SBG who have sort of give you a bit of advice on how to stay positive during this period? Or
Look, everyone experiences pullouts. I don't think there's any fighter out there who's never had a guy pull out on him or anything like that. It just seems to be, this has been a really big run of it. And I kind of don't want that to be the narrative of my career. The last year and a half of my fight career has been that. But look, I go in, I smash 3 guys in a row now. That's not the narrative anymore. And that's kind of what I am. I'm determined to not make it, oh, he's the guy who everyone pulls out on. It's no, he's the guy who smashes guns. So make it that rather than hopefully no pullouts. Hopefully it's a good fight. Hopefully everything actually happens. So.
We'll move on from the pull-out issue. So.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Obviously, you have fought since your pro debut. You fought Cage Legacy. It was meant to be an MMA fight, but you fought David Blashka in a K1 fight.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that experience of being in there with someone who's such a great stand-up fighter.
I sort of realised fairly quickly, he was like, oh, you haven't prepared for this at all. And that was obviously very odd because I trained for 2 years before I fought MMA. You're constantly massively thinking about how well prepared am I, with that I was just like, it's K1, it's a bit of crack. But no, you should fucking prepare. I learned that the hard way though. And look, I still think it would be fairly easy to adapt over the skill set I have to K1, but it's about making yourself adapt that skill set over, and I didn't do that process, so it was dumb on my part.
Would you be really critical of that performance? I mean, in the first round you did trade with him. I remember a Superman punch being landed by you.
That was the start of the second, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
quite
dropped
competitive.
him first as well.
Yeah, you did
look,
drop him,
again, look, this is my ego telling me that, I could have easily beaten him, and I should have easily beaten him. I'm a slightly longer guy than him. He's fairly compact dude, and he landed those leg kicks well, but at the same, again, I'm not going to fucking cry over a fight a lot. Yeah. My ego tells me I could fucking win that fight easily again.
Get a rematch on. So.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's get a few MMA fights in first, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, so talking of MMA fights, obviously you're fighting at the next BAMMA up in Belfast. You were originally meant to fight this guy at the last BAMMA, which didn't happen, but how happy are you on to be on such a big platform like that?
Yeah, it's what you want for your career. This is where you want things to be going. Obviously, I'd rather in Dublin than Belfast, but look, I'm just delighted to be on a big card, to be honest. I've wanted this my whole career. I'm really excited about heading up there and staying in the hotel and doing all that stuff. So yeah, it's great. I'm actually starting to get excited now. It feels like it is really going to happen.
Yeah, hopefully. Have you I know you're friends with Ben. He fought on BAMMA before. Have you had any conversations with the likes of him on what it's going to be like to perform on such a big stage?
See, I suppose I've been around it so much. I kind of nearly feel like I've done it to a degree. Obviously it's going to be actually different when it's actually happening. But yeah, I've fought on a few fairly big shows before, and I don't think too much is going to faze me. The thing about it is, right, I know I'm going to be early enough in the card, and I know there's probably not going to be a huge crowd at it. So I'm just more I'd like a good atmosphere for it. So hopefully a few people can come in a little bit earlier and get a crowd in and get a bit of a buzz going. And the main thing to me is it really doesn't matter where it is or what's going on, or just have a bit of a buzz. You feed off the energy of that crowd to a degree. So if we can get a bit of a crowd there for it, and have a few fans, even a few of his fans cheering away, and you know, something, because like in a big venue like that where there's not that many people, sometimes it can be a bit like, you can hear the punches, you can hear everything, and it's a bit somber, like.
Sure.
So.
Do you have many friends and family coming up?
Few, but it's a very awkward time. It's like people are going to have to be leaving Dublin at about 4 on the Friday afternoon, so I have a couple of buddies who are still due to let me know, and they're like trying to get off work and all this, but not as many as I normally would, to be honest. But we'll see. Hopefully I can get a decent crowd up anyway.
Cool. And talk to me about your opponent. He's making his professional debut.
Yeah.
What sort of threats do you think he's going to bring to the table?
Powerful guy. He's fairly good hands. He's good timing with his double legs. A lot of good stuff going on. Like, you know, he's a good athlete overall. So I think it's a fight where like he's going to be very explosive for a while. And it's just about being smart and taking the opportunities when they come. So I think it's just let him expose the opportunities and I'll take them.
I know James Gallagher came out and said that he's not really a fan of Bellator having BAMMA connected to them.
I haven't actually seen what he said yet,
Yeah.
but I would like, yeah, I heard about this a couple of days ago.
So from your point of view, I mean, surely that's a great thing for you to first of all fight in a big show like BAMMA, but also have the Bellator guys there, so if you impress.
I think it's cool. Yeah, like, look, I'm not exactly sure what he said or what he meant by what he said, to be honest, so I don't want to go into it too much, but like these co-promotions, they seem to be getting pretty good cards, like Chris and Lee McGeary's great fight. There's a couple of very good fights on it, and if we can get over, like, I think some of the point he was making was that we should be getting the likes of MVP and like the bigger names over to Ireland, because we're the big market at the moment, like, you know. So he's got a point there, if that is what he was trying to say, but again, I need to see what he said first before I go into it, you know what I mean?
You mentioned MVP there. You've trained with him in London.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience. He's
a
phenomenal striker.
Yeah, very different, like very different. Like, his effective range is way bigger than anybody else I've ever trained with. So you can get hit with very damaging stuff from quite a distance where you think you're safe, and all of a sudden you're in serious trouble. So
is he a guy you've sort of learned sort of techniques off, or is he
just
so
by
unique?
studying him, just by watching videos again and again? Like, training with him, you just get the crap kicked out of you most of the time, so you're not learning a whole lot. Like, but yeah, just watching it again and again and again, and seeing like, wow, that bridges distance much quicker, and yeah, there's things you can do in that situation that, you know, you can land a lot more power from a distance than you would think.
Ideally,
he's a special athlete. Like,
he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's different to anything out there.
I suppose ideally, how many fights would you like to have this year?
3. I'm thinking like hopefully February, June, and then maybe kind of around December time again. But look, I could take 6, to be honest. But ideally speaking, like, I'd like this, hopefully get a little bit of a break, you know, and then something else again. I wouldn't mind, like, I've been training non-stop. I know there's been no fights, but like, I wouldn't mind some bit of relaxation for the body now after, because you do feel that kind of like the joints are starting to get a bit more, you've been hitting stuff constantly for months. You could do with just like a week of relaxation and let the body kind of heal up and ease out a bit, like. But look, we'll see. Basically, if I get offered stuff, I'll probably end up taking it anyway, like. You know, I'm not the type of guy who lets opportunities pass me by, so we'll see what opportunities come, like.
Cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Finally, is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, my sponsors.
Ready there, do you?
Yeah. Animosity to Fight Gear, guys. Cringe.
I was wondering why the bag was there.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah, just them, and obviously like any of my training partners and people who've been around me and supporting me, and like just anyone who wished me well on the way, and like there's been a lot of kind of cool nice shit over social media the last few days, and cheers for that, lads. Yeah, just people who've helped me along, and those lads who've helped me along.
Cool. Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Cheers, man.